Level 1. The Ash Sweeper. You aren't a warrior. You are a janitor of the apocalypse. When the bells of the village toll and the sky turns the color of a fresh bruise, you don't run toward the fight, you hide in the cellar. But when the screaming stops and the dragon has gorged itself and flown back to the peaks, that's when your work begins. You are the one sent into the smoldering ruins of the granary. While the knights are busy polishing their ego, you are hunting for salvage in the embers. You learn the smell of sulfur before you ever see a wing. It's a thick, choking stench that stays in your hair for weeks. You are the lowest of the low, tasked with carrying the heavy wooden buckets of dragon damp, a foul-smelling, fire-resistant slime harvested from cave slugs, used to coat the shields of the men who actually get to fight. You aren't hunting monsters. You're just trying not to breathe in the ghost of your neighbor's house. You watch the sky with a terror that never leaves your gut, knowing that you are nothing more than a snack if the wind shifts. But eventually, you stop flinching at the smoke. You start to notice things. You notice that the fire didn't burn the stone, it melted it. You notice the patterns in the ash. And that's when they hand you a spear. Level 2. The Bait Runner. Congratulations, you've been promoted to the most dangerous job in the kingdom. You aren't expected to kill the dragon. You're expected to make it angry. You are given a set of bells, a bright red cloak, and a head start. Your job is to run into the mouth of the canyon, screaming and clanging your gear, to lure the beast out of its lair and into the kill zone, where the ballistas are waiting. You are the human equivalent of a fishing lure. You feel the heat of the dragon's breath on the back of your neck, a temperature so high it singes the hair off your head before the flames even reach you. You learn the true meaning of speed. You aren't a hero yet. You're just the fastest person in the valley, and you know that if you trip, the kill zone becomes your final resting place. You see the massive, slitted yellow eye of the predator locking onto you, and you realize you are the smallest thing in its world. Level 3. The Shield Bearer. You've survived the running, and now you've earned the right to stand your ground. But you still don't have a sword. You carry a massive rectangular tower shield made of ironwood and reinforced with dragon scale plates. You are the wall. When the dragon lets loose a torrent of flame, you don't run. You plant your feet, lock your shoulder into the leather straps, and pray the dragon damp coating holds. You listen to the roar of the fire washing over the metal, a sound like 1,000 screaming freight trains. Your world becomes a tiny dark space behind a sheet of hot iron. You feel the shield heating up until it blisters your skin, but if you drop it, the 3 archers standing behind you are turned into charcoal in a heartbeat. You aren't just protecting yourself, you are the only reason the damage dealers are still alive. You are the unsung foundation of the squad. Level 4. The Scale Chipper. You are no longer just a shield or a distraction. You are the one who creates the opening. You carry a heavy 2-edged crowbill or a spiked warhammer. Your job is the most grueling physical labor in the hunt. While the dragon is occupied with the shield bearers, you have to get under the wings or near the joints. You aren't aiming for a kill. You are aiming to break the armor. Dragon scales are harder than tempered steel, and you have to find the chinks or the loose plates and rip them away. You work in a storm of lashing tails and crushing claws. Every swing of your hammer sends a jar of vibration through your bones that threatens to shatter your teeth. You are covered in the black, acidic blood of the beast that hisses as it eats through your leather apron. You are the one who makes the monster vulnerable, turning a mountain of iron into a creature that can bleed. Level 5. The Bolt Slinger. You've moved away from the front lines and into the machinery. You are the master of the Great Ballista. This isn't a weapon you carry, it's a siege engine you command. You have to calculate wind speed, the dragon's flight path, and the tension of the twisted sinew ropes. One shot is all you get before the beast realizes where the giant iron bolts are coming from. You wait for the scale chippers to do their work, watching through a narrow iron sight for that one patch of exposed, pale underbelly. When you pull the release lever, the recoil kicks like a mule, and the sound of the bolt breaking the sound barrier is the only thing you hear. You are the long-distance sniper of the medieval world, providing the heavy air defense that keeps the town from being erased. Level 6, the Wing Clipper. This is the rank of the specialized hunters. You don't use bolts or hammers. You use weighted chains and harpoons. Your goal is to ground the god. You wait for the dragon to dive, and then you and your team launch a web of heavy, barbed chains designed to tangle in the delicate membranes of the wings. It's a game of high-stakes tug-of-war. You are anchored to the earth by iron stakes, feeling the terrifying strength of a creature that wants to fly, pulling against your very soul. If the chains hold, the dragon crashes, and the fight moves to the final stage. If they snap, you are whipped into the air like a rag doll. You are the one who brings the legend down to the dirt, where it can finally be handled. Before we reach the ranks of the elite slayers, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. We are climbing the ladder to the ultimate rank, and you don't want to miss the final evolution where we face the great worms head-on. Join the guild today. Now that the beast is grounded, the real terror begins. Level 7. The Bloodletter. You are the surgical strike. Now that the dragon is grounded and screaming, you move in with long, narrow estocks or specialized dragon spits. You don't hack at the beast, you look for the soft spots, the eyes, the throat, the vent. You have to climb onto the thrashing hot scales of the monster, holding on for dear life while it tries to shake you off like a flea. You are bathed in heat and fury. Your world is narrowed down to the gap between two massive plates of bone. You are the one who delivers the 1,000 cuts that drain the monster's strength. You are no longer afraid of the fire. You are a part of it. Level 8. The Vanguard. You are the elite. You no longer wait for the beast to be grounded or weakened. You are the one who leads the charge into the smoke. You wear full plate armor forged from the scales of the dragons you helped harvest at level 4. You carry the Dragon Slayer's Greatsword, a 6-foot slab of cold-forged iron that can cleave through bone and hide alike. You are the face of the guild. When the dragon roars, you roar back. You have developed a sixth sense for the pre-flare, the slight glow in a dragon's throat just before it exhales death, and you know exactly when to roll and when to strike. You are the primary damage dealer, the one who stands face to face with the great worm, trading blows that would level a castle. You aren't just a soldier. You are a force of nature. Level 9. The Dragon Stalker. You have moved beyond the open battlefield. You are a specialist in the hunt. You don't fight dragons in squads. You track them to their lairs alone or in pairs. You understand the ecology of the monster. You know that a red worm prefers the volcanic vents of the ash peaks, while the frost drakes sleep in the blue ice of the northern glaciers. You are a master of stealth, poison, and traps. You spend weeks in the wilderness, living off the land, scenting the air for the metallic tang of dragon musk. You are the one the king calls when a dragon hasn't been seen in years, but the cattle are still disappearing. You are a ghost in the mountains, a shadow that the dragons themselves have learned to fear. You don't just kill dragons, you erase them from the map before they ever have a chance to burn a single barn. Level 10. The Grand Worm Master. You have reached the final evolution. You have survived the soot of the ash pits, the terror of the bait run, and the crushing heat of the shield wall. You no longer hunt for gold or glory. You hunt to maintain the balance of the world. You are the strategist who coordinates the entire kingdom's defense. You sit in the High Council, surrounded by ancient scrolls and maps of the dragon roads. You carry the Heartseeker, a weapon said to be quenched in the blood of the first dragon. But your greatest weapon is your mind. You know the name of every great worm that breathes. You carry the weight of every village that was lost because you sent the hunters to the wrong peak. You have gone from the boy scrubbing sulfur off a shovel to the man who decides if a species lives or dies. You understand the true cost of the high ground. You close your eyes and you can still hear the deafening crack of a wing beat. You can still feel the vibration of the earth as 100 tons of scales hits the ground. You see the faces of the bait runners who didn't make it to level 10, the friends who became nothing more than a flash of light in a dark canyon. You realize that the rank doesn't matter as much as the legacy. The mountain is a lonely place, but you never climbed it alone. You look out from the battlements as a new group of orphans arrives at the guild gates. They are dirty, terrified, and standing in the mud, staring up at the massive skull of a dragon mounted over the archway. They are level 1. They are where you were. The cycle of the flame continues. You've reached the final rank, the one where you are no longer just a slayer, but a part of history itself. You are the shadow that protects the valley. And the legend of the guild never dies. You watch the sun set over the peaks, the silence of the evening replaced by the distant, echoing roar of a beast you haven't met yet. You are the commander of the fire, the witness to the age of monsters, and the one who brought humanity through the flames. You are the ultimate rank. You are the master of the worms.